Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen, looking at what's going on this week with new Star Citizen content and news, as well as updates to the Alpha 3.18.2 patch that's currently being tested on the EPTU. This week in Star Citizen, really it's only Wednesday we've got to focus on because Cloud Imperium have taken their hiatus for 3 weeks or so on Inside Star Citizen at the moment, so expect that back in a while. Star Citizen Live is cancelled this week due to a holiday weekend. But Wednesday, we've got the roadmap update and we've got the monthly reports for both Star Citizen Persistent Universe and Squadron 42. So yeah, some quite meaty information coming out then. But the rest of the week is pretty bare bones. But monthly reports can be pretty information heavy, so we'll be looking at those in some detail. Buyback tokens have been or are being attributed to backer accounts at the moment as well. So basically, these allow you to rebuy something that you've melted previously ship-wise on your account back with store credit. There is also a spring sale on CIG and Star Citizen merchandise, so that's going to be on until the 14th of April, and there's like 55% off for people buying some of the merch and up to 70% if you're a subscriber. There's a variety of new items as well for pre-order. The sneak peek from the newsletter this week appeared to be of a cargo area, probably as part of the new underground facilities that Cloud Imperium are working on. With a load of these new points of interest, sort of like the Lawville 2.0, the new buildings they're making, building interiors, underground facilities, and these massive areas, they are making a huge amount of progress very quickly, but obviously there's a good amount of people working on these features and tasks. Double trouble. Alpha 3.18.1 and 3.18.2 are both in open PTU currently. So you've got 3.18.1 on the PTU, you've got 3.18.2 on the ePTU, which I believe is experimental PTU rather than Evocati PTU, if you see what I mean. So these are open to all backers at the moment. We are going to talk about 3.18.2 because that's the patch that's getting sort of like updates and focus now. 3.18.1, I believe, is getting ready to go live. I am surprised it's not out yet. Hopefully that should be this week. So Alpha 3.18.2 has been doing a lot of dynamic event testing. So over the weekend, Cloud Imperium tested out XenoThreat and Jumptown with all the new 3.18.x features that patch has brought. There was reportedly a lot of lag and delay, and the servers seem to be overburdened. That said, there were also instances of the events running pretty damn well. Servers lag, desync, that seems to be the main problem. These databases getting sort of like delayed being accessed. There are a load more bug and exploit fixes in 3.18.2, even beyond what 3.18.1 has done. And let's go through some of these now. Bit of a little patch notes update. Fix-wise, harvestable deposits could be previously invisible to players. Sort of all of these are now appearing for scanning and for mining or salvage gameplay. Remaining hostile NPCs weren't spawning in some missions. They fixed multiple areas of the prison escape route where players could not vault out of, so you literally couldn't mantle and get out of. Vehicles, if they had a repaired hull section, that section would no longer take damage. See, they fixed that. They fixed problems with ASOP terminals, basically spawning or sort of claiming ships in the wrong location. AI victim names weren't displaying in the crime committed against field. Players were getting 2 extra Odyssey Alpha 2 undersalts in their inventory. There was an exploit when purchasing less than 1 SCU of cargo into a ship. 1 SCU is delivered and the price will continuously lower. That's been solved now. That's a good exploit to have solved. Party members who died in ship combat could become undetectable to each other. One of the invis bugs has now been solved, it seems. They fixed the movement of player heads not being smooth enough with track IR. There were frequent pockets of extremely low client FPS performance in landing zones and in some ships that they solved. Trees spawned inside rivers. New Deal and Vantage rental kiosks were missing. The fugitive recovery mission results in crime stats for bounty hunters. Escapees can press charges on bounty hunters upon being downed or on death. Additional FPS AI was spawning after a planet is streamed in or out at missions. Spawning ships would cause the requested ship to spawn outside the hangar. The Reclaimer elevator appears to have been largely fixed now. It wouldn't respond to inputs previously. Salvage lasers sometimes would visually scrape hulls but not provide any RMC. Previously as well, entering or exiting a seat in the Vulture could cause the salvage beams to become desynced from their displayed settings. The Antares QED had low health and would be easily knocked out once the shields were down. They fixed 10 client and 10 server crashes as well. So that's a lot of fixes, and they fixed a load of exploits there as well, which is great to hear, because I know that there were some worries that there would have to be a Alpha UEC wipe in addition to the item wipe coming with 3.18.1/2. So maybe that's now been averted. Maybe Cloud Imperium can just target people that were doing exploits to sort of cancel out their Alpha UEC that they had accumulated. We'll have to wait and see what happens with that. But there are still an array of major issues that the patch still has. ASOP terminals are unusable and fade to black when accessed sometimes. Trams, they can be out of sync with station timers, causing trams to overlap or not appear in time, or sometimes not being able to exit them. Elevators and trams are jittery. When flying near other ships, sometimes you can hit invisible boxes or hit something there. Cargo may be invisible in multiple ships after being purchased. You may be unable to view ship's inventory through the Knickknacks app on the Mobiglass. When attempting to start a refinery job, players receive the following error. Something went wrong. Error code 20. Not great. Security contractor elevation is not re-offered upon failure. Combat service peak in progress, and rating is inconsistent on missions. The PTV's wheels can clip into geometry and then become detached. The snub fighter attached to the Constellation still does not have interaction prompts, so you can't really use it. Some ship wreckage erroneously gives no material and won't let you salvage it. Markers will randomly disappear after quantum travel with no route set. And the NPC coffee vendor is missing from coffee to go stalls. He's taken a long time break. So yes, we're still waiting on that 3.18.1 patch. That should come out really soon. And then, obviously, Cloud Imperium is still working on a load of bug fixes and more for this 3.18.2 patch, which does seem to be more focused for the dynamic event stuff and for 3.19 and Fleet Week. Got to remember as well that 3.19 is effectively a sort of continuation of the 3.18 branch. Although it's 3.19 in name only is what I'm telling you. It is effectively a 3.18.x patch, and that's because it hasn't branched off onto its own code base. It's directly built on 3.18. But will these 3.18.1 and 0.2 patches address all the issues with Star Citizen? Well, they're not going to address all of them, for sure. We are hopefully going to be in a very good place where Cloud Imperium can run these events and a free fly, and then be poised to then tackle Fleet Week. But I am really interested in knowing what you think. Have you been playing 3.18.1 or 3.18.2 on the PTU or EPTU over the weekend? What were your experiences there? Great? Terrible? Does it need a huge amount more work? Are you looking forward to these patches coming out? Are you hoping that they're going to fix all the problems with 3.18 sort of accessibility and playability? Are you really looking forward to Fleet Week and all the new stuff that's going to be there? Whatever your thoughts, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. The Tobii Eye Tracker 5 is on sale until the 19th of April. This gives you native high-precision head and eye tracking in Star Citizen. Very cool for general immersion, for combat both in ship or on foot. They are absolutely fantastic pieces of kit, and both Zin and I have one. Use the links below to grab one for 15% off or to find out more. Little Nord Riding Hood was on her way to Grandma's house. Upon arriving at her house, she called, "Grandma, are you home?" "Yes, dear. I'm on my laptop in bed." Upon seeing her grandma, she exclaimed, "Oh, Grandma, what long fingers you have." "Oh, the better to browse the internet, my dear." "Oh, Grandma, what powerful VPN protection you have." "Oh, the better to browse safely, my dear." "Oh, Grandma, what big eyes you have." "Oh, the better to enjoy my greater access to the sites I want to visit, my dear." "But seriously, get NordVPN or I will eat you." The moral of this story is that there are some great deals on NordVPN, and using it can improve your internet privacy, safety, and give you more access to the content you want to see. Get it from the links below. Every month we have a ship giveaway for April 2023. It's for a Drake Vulture, the light salvage ship. This will enable you to take to the stars, find wrecks and strip them, as well as craft some useful items with its onboard dispensary. It comes with lifetime insurance and a Star Citizen game package as well. All you need to get into the game, and all you have to do to be in for a chance of winning that, is comment on any of my videos made during April. Also, please bear in mind that there are scammers about in YouTube. If you see in the comments below someone trying to get you to go onto Telegram, or someone not using my main account, which is the account I'm making videos on now, then they are a scammer pretending to be me or someone else, and just be safe on YouTubes. If you would like to further support the channel, please consider subscribing. You can become a Patreon, you can use the YouTube join button as well. That goes an extra mile to help support us and enables us to produce Star Citizen content every day. And that's down to you guys helping support us, so genuinely, thank you from the bottom of my little BoredGamer heart.